Hey, good morning. It's Thursday. It's 4 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. I just finished my last video and it's downloading right now, and I'm jumping right into another one. Um, okay, the day before, the Trump administration cut off funding to the WHO in an effort to cover up their own mismanagement and fumbling of handling the initial reports of the coronavirus. Trump is blaming the WHO, and as I said, as I was predicting in my previous videos, what I'm worried about is Trump and his supporters, in an effort to alleviate Trump of any blame, to start pointing the finger at China, and I'm sincerely worried that I could see a real situation where war would break out between us and China over this after this virus after this curve is flattened and blame starts to be assigned. I'm sincerely worried that this is where it's headed. This morning, it's reporting now that Fema and Trump's administration is saying, well, they're not using the term like biological weapons or anything like that, but they're starting to say that China had more to do with this. We're sure of this, that they were doing experiments, that it got out of hand, that they intentionally started messing around with this virus. It's sketchy what they're saying, but they're trying to say that this wasn't just a virus that mutated by the act of God. They're changing the narrative here. They're saying that it's China's got more to do with this. Trump was on TV saying, do you believe China, a country as big as China? Do you believe a country as big as China? Oh, God, I despise that man so much. So that's where it's already headed. And this worries me. As you guys have seen in 3 or 4 videos at least already, I've talked about this, where I'm sincerely concerned. I thought it would happen when more accounting of this, when like in August, before the election, that Trump would there'd be a hard push to blame China for everything to alleviate Trump and get him reelected. And I see it happening already now. Trump was on TV yesterday, flat out blaming China for experimenting with the virus, and it got out of hand. Is what the narrative now is, what they're pushing. What do I believe? Do I believe Trump was saying, you can't believe China. Do you believe China's numbers? Do you believe a country that big? So he's saying, what he's trying to say is China's being dishonest. Now, whenever anybody starts blaming somebody else about lying, I look right at that person. Because as we know, as I've said before, a thief will think everybody else is a thief. A liar will think everybody else is lying. And to me, that's a red flag right there that Donald Trump is lying. It's already starting, that he's trying to blame China. And they got Fema to join in on this. But Fema, with Donald Trump's push for control over all these agencies, I just look at Fema now as a mouthpiece for the president. So that makes no difference to me. I don't believe Fema any more than I would believe Donald Trump. So this is where it's headed now. So you're going to have millions of Trumpers in the country now start tweeting and posting about China. It's China's fault. China's to blame for 80,000 dead Americans. China attacked us. And that's where this is. I'm sincerely afraid this is where it's headed. I didn't think it would start this soon. And already I've seen it this morning. I wasn't prepared to make this video. And when I saw the reports on the early morning news already of Trump himself coming out and blaming China, there's new evidence that China was lying, that they were experimenting, that he stopped just short of saying they created COVID-19, that it was created as a biological weapon. He stopped just this short of saying that, but it was insinuated. right on TV yesterday at the White House. It's already headed in that direction. And you know Trumpers are going to take this and run with it. I didn't think this was going to happen until July or August, like I told you guys in my other videos. And it's happening already. And you know how Trump supporters are going to just set fire to this now. What's China going to do in return? Especially if it's not true. I could already see this is as an escalation. I'm starting to worry that COVID-19 is going to become almost a secondary worry to where this United States-China thing could head. I told you guys, I have a bad feeling about this. I really do. All right. That's where things are at. I'll update you when I get more news.